How's it going, everybody? This is Rob Novakast, back with another podcast for you guys. Really excited. And sent the link to everybody, at least for, main crew. All right, sending link on Twitter. And today, it's the 98th episode of the podcast. So really looking forward to probably just talk, just kind of, shoot the breeze and just kind of talk about random stuff with this podcast. I myself have not really focused or at least, paid attention to any drama because at this point, not going to lie, looking at drama nowadays, it's just like, okay, what obnoxious, overrated pissant, screwed up this time. So, yeah. All right. Let's see what's... I know a couple things we were probably going to talk about were was it Resident Evil 8 and possibly, very possibly, talk about Castlevania. So, really excited. Just waiting for some of the other members to come on. Might be on for a little bit. I don't know. We were going to stream the game It Takes Two, but MJ has been working on her controllers. How's it going, Aden?
It's going.
It's been a boring week.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned a second ago, I mean, when it comes down to it, I don't pay much attention to drama anymore.
I mean, hey, at least it's one less thing to stress out about,
I mean, on occasion, I'll see a couple stupid things. Like, I guess Onision has been still sending creepy letters or emails to Jack and Glenn. More so now that she's pregnant.
Oh, congratulations to
Jack and Glenn.
Yeah, congratulations to her.
No, I'm on the same page on that one. But
concerned with the pregnancy, not the Onision bullshit.
Yeah, no, I get that. But like, I guess people are giving him shit, calling him out for his very prominent pregnancy fetish, which I don't want to. Anything involving sexual actions with Onision, I don't want to think about. And then I guess he's been creating live streams where he goes on trying to quote unquote debunk the things that have been brought up in the past. But let's be honest here. No, a lot of people don't really want to fucking listen anymore. And in this case, the only people that are actually going to show up to talk about the issues with him are the only people that are going to suck his cock. And I don't care if I say it like that. That's because it seems like the only people that show up are his fans. Let's be honest here. So yeah, again, the only people that are going to show up are the people that are going to just suck him off. That want to suck him off. I guess EDP is on Vimeo.
Really?
Quick reaction to that. All I said on Discord was good fucking luck with that.
How long do you think it's going to last?
I doubt it's going to last very long. Plus, Vimeo is very odd when it comes down to video production. Because Vimeo, actually, to start off, you have to do a trial. It's a paid service to publish anything.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, if I wanted to, just so people can see.
It's one of the main reasons why I never even bothered really looking at it.
At Vimeo?
Yeah.
I want to just so people can see. Because I feel like this is just stupid and be a waste of money. Especially since YouTube. But then again, yeah, EDP can't use YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, in case people can see the screen, this is the thing for Vimeo, where you do get a 30-day free trial for Vimeo Basic. But for 7 months, you get, or $7 a month, you get 250 gigabytes every year for a single user. And that's 5 gigabytes per week, which I'm not gonna, I don't know how I feel about that, considering like videos nowadays, depending on quality, is going to be more than 5 gigabytes.
Mm-hmm.
The Pro, and I feel like looking at this is just a ripoff.
Like,
Pro, $20 for 20 gigabytes a week, and that's a terabyte per year.
mm-hmm. Like to give an example to those watching, when it comes to the videos I upload on my own channel that are basically just edited post streams,
yeah,
they're usually 15 to 25 gigabytes, and that's at 720p.
and let's be honest here, that dude's gonna have to start from scratch, and more likely not gonna have the money. I mean, just trying to set up a proper account is gonna cost more money than it's worth.
Mm-hmm. Granted, those are about like hour 30 to 3 hours in length. So
again, and
keep that in
especially since I didn't even say it, the unlimited, because I'm sure like if anything he'll probably go for the unlimited service for unlimited live streaming. And
what is it, 50 a year, 50 a month?
7. So okay, and even it still sounds like a freaking ripoff. So the premium, which is unlimited live streaming, 7 terabyte total storage, unlimited live viewers, for $75 a month.
Jesus, what the hell's the audience? And you'd have to be making bank on your freaking channel to even be able to, or off the channel, either or, to even make up for that kind of payment,
Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking up EDP.
That is, if you're a solo person.
Yeah.
If it's a group kind of investment, it would be slightly less of a hit on the wallet, but still, that's just, I don't know how to feel about that.
I just typed in, there's like, and not a lot of people use Vimeo anyways.
Mm-hmm. Like, granted, Vimeo does have to make money somehow so that they can keep their servers up and running and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's, Jesus, that's quite the price.
That's why I gave my reaction.
Terms.
That's why I gave my reaction good effing luck with it.
Oh, I thought you were saying that because of the situation with him, but you're not wrong on that case either.
Yeah, I was, because I mean, at one point I was looking up Vimeo, and because I was curious about it, and the reason I didn't go for it was due to that whole paid subscription thing. There's no way anybody would, in their right mind, go for that. No way. Trying to think. What else? like if I can think of any other drama shit that's happened this week, which I can't think of any.
That's a good question.
Oh,
while you're trying to think on that, did you take a look at the trailer I posted in the videos channel on the server?
I have not.
Either in June or July, I don't remember which.
Oh, for
Resident Evil.
I'm kind of curious about
CG series on Netflix.
Oh, actually, I did remind myself of a freaking piece of drama.
Oh,
and by the way, guys, I know. I mean, for those who follow my my reviews, I know only a few people do. There's one in particular I've been kind of holding off on, deciding whether or not to do it. I'm doing a review of Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
why does that sound familiar?
It's directed by the dirtbag Derek Savage, who really wanted to abuse the copyright system because people were being critical about his movie.
Wait. What? Repeat all that? I'm sorry.
I said it's directed by by a man named The Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
Mm-hmm. It's directed by what?
Derek Savage. Hopefully I said his name correctly. Who abused the copyright system years ago because people were being critical about his film. And not like, I mean, to be fair here, I don't understand why, considering there's not much to the fucking movie. I'll just give part of my review right now. It looks like a low budget, half-baked freaking PSA film. You know, like those really bad PSA movies where, or at least the you go to like a job and for work training, they have like the PSA movies or videos that they have you watch. It's like that. It's complete and utter shit.
That's the vibe I'm getting off of looking at this stuff. Like, what the hell?
You're looking it up right now? You might, I mean, if anything, you've probably seen I Hate Everything's videos on it.
No, I just looked up the
poster.
No, the director.
Well, he's no Uwe Boll, which I may do videos on him too.
Like, his movies aren't bad per se as far as Uwe Boll goes, but they're not good either. Like they're good in a bad way.
It says much about.
They're somewhat similar, like The Room.
I'm just gonna say this. It says much about Uwe Boll's character when it comes to criticism. When he literally takes his critics into a boxing ring and beats the living shit out of them. Again, it just goes to show his character.
But that's also part of the fun to him. Like, he is intentionally making the movies the way they are.
Yeah, because he
just as a means to have fun and to get more money for his art.
Yeah, because he exploits German loopholes.
Not just that, but I mean, if memory serves, he is an artist. Is he not? I'm trying to recall. Like, what his actual profession is, because director is not one of them.
I don't.
Like, he just does that for fun.
Me personally.
If memory serves.
Are we talking about Derek Savage or Uwe Boll?
No, Uwe Boll. I know nothing. I know next to nothing about Derek Savage except for what you've told.
I think more of asshat with Uwe Boll, but You know, if it's art, it's art. Still going to criticize it though.
Eh. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I prefer some of his movies to Paul W. S. Anderson's. Some of Paul W. S. Anderson's works. Just saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Random thing, I guess. Phasmophobia is going to be getting an update that makes the ghosts creepier.
Ooh, I can't wait.
I'll send you a link, if anything.
Okay. I love me some Phasmophobia stuff. So I
saw the Resident Evil Infinite Darkness trailer. It looks interesting, and that's supposed to be a show or a movie.
From what I was understanding, it's going to be an actual show.
That's the vibe I got. I know Angry Joe confused it to being another movie, and I'm like, didn't they say it's a show?
Like the trailer itself said it's going to be a show, but some people call movies shows. So
yeah,
there's no telling until it comes out.
Yeah. They'll probably, I mean, if anything, they'll probably be like 30 minutes each. My best bet. I mean, that's how all the animated shows for Netflix has been so far.
Mm-hmm. My main question is, where in the timeline is this going to be taking place?
Well, I want to assume a little bit after, if anything, a little bit after. A
little after 7? Yeah,
maybe.
That is kind of the way the movies have gone.
Or if anything, like after
these CG series have gone, you know?
Yeah. But
this one, like the way Claire looks, though, part of me kind of wonders whether or not this is more akin to the reboot, franchise instead. But that's not really the case because Leon looks just like he did in the last CG movie.
Yeah, same. Well, same for.
It's not as disheveled.
Yeah. I felt sorry for Leon in that last CG movie. I'm on my vacation.
I'm done. Leave me the fuck alone, Chris.
Yeah, what? I'm trying to think. Did the last?
He was acting just like Chris did in Resident Evil 6. And I'm just like, what the fuck happened, dude?
Well, I'm kind of wondering if this was after Resident Evil 6.
What, the last CG movie they did?
Yeah.
It was.
It was after 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why Chris was like, look at you. You're just like I used to be.
Yeah.
When you kicked my ass and pulled my head out of my ass. Get a hold of yourself. There's more important things at stake.
True.
Let's listen to Rebecca. I'm glad they brought Rebecca Chambers back in that movie, by the way. That was cool to see.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, Richard.
Though the whole intelligent zombies thing was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Also, and if I remember correctly, they didn't kill everybody in that. I mean, all the villains. Not all the villains died in that film.
No. One of them actually had a face turn, so...
Yeah, didn't she escape?
There is that one. But I was talking more along the lines of the guy, though. I could be confusing it for the previous one. Yeah, I'm confusing it for the previous one, I think. Yeah, I was. My bad. That was taking place in Russia? Yeah, that was the second CG movie.
No, it's it wasn't Russia. It was the country. Because that's all they said. They didn't specify what European country it was. It was just the country.
Okay, fair point. But I was
Like
I was thinking the second
so
CG movie
stupid.
for sure because it was someone that ended up handicapped because of the bullshit that he did.
Yeah. They didn't have the laser for that one.
Nope. It's going all right. How about yourself, Richard? Why did I start talking like that?
I was gonna ask.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's either I put a bullet in your head or we make you a cripple. Which would you prefer?
Yeah.
That was literally his choices in that film. The action.
He wanted the bullet to the head.
Yeah, he did.
He was like, no, I'm not doing that. You're gonna atone for your fucking crimes. You're
gonna live. I don't know what's worse. I mean, at that point, it's like to quote Shutter Island, either live as a monster or die as a man.
Yep.
And then, like, not only with everything that he's done, he has to live with it for the rest of his life.
This is like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Speaking of Netflix stuff, though, I know it would have been an easier segue into Resident Evil 8, considering it's Resident Evil we're talking about, but...
Well, and Castlevania.
Yes.
Both?
Yes,
wait,
yes.
I'm trying to think. Both owned or... isn't... I was just going to say that freaking... I don't know why I was going to say that Castlevania was owned by Capcom. I don't know why I almost said that.
Womp womp.
They're both video games.
Yeah.
But
I mean... I don't even know what I was about to say.
I guess if anything...
I do have a few things that I can't help but be... I was super freaking excited about when it came to Castlevania Season 4 when I was watching it.
Oh yeah?
What? And I'm going to need to share my screen for this.
Okay.
Alright. Share screen.
Are we talking about Def?
No, I was a little bit wrong. I was looking it up whenever I was looking at the two different models, the one from Castlevania Season 4 and the one from
you're
Castlevania
talking about,
Judgment.
You're talking about the Guardian Demon thing, aren't you?
No, I was talking about Death.
Okay.
Previously, whenever me and MJ were talking about it.
By the way, voiced by Michael McDowell.
Yes. But this was Saint Germain in the video game Curse of Darkness. Okay.
Okay.
Are you sharing the screen?
Yeah.
So when they showed one of the scenes in his flashback where he was basically where the hell is it? 1 second.
Right there.
Right there, yeah. It's the exact same one. I was like, holy shit, they paid homage. That was
cool.
badass. Huh?
Which I will say that's kind of cool that they show the different variations of clothing that he wears.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna close that.
Oh no! I wasn't quite finished.
Okay.
Because there were a few other things I wanted to show off, like Gurgoth. I was not expecting them to show Gurgoth in this whatsoever.
Gurgoth is that T-Rex looking thing.
Yeah. including its anklets that they were using to keep it chained to the frickin' attached to that cart.
Huh. That thing looks grotesque, though.
Right? And they even explained they kind of gave a bit of a means as to why it is that his ribs are exposed. So that was actually really cool too. And then there's Abel.
And that's the guardian demon.
Yes. Isaac's innocent devil. It was just seeing that, I'm just like, okay, I'm hyped. And how he was used in the fight against Carmella. Just, oh.
That I will say that like that Carmilla fight is one of the best ones.
For sure.
I think we talked about it privately. Just kind of like, and just so you guys know, this is probably just going to be like a group discussion type thing, because I know I've been uploading my videos for like discussing my own personal thoughts on the thing, but we're going to do like a group discussion of the season. I think one, if anything, like I wanted to add the Striga fight, but I kind of felt like that was one-sided.
It was. I mean, she even admitted as such.
Yeah, that she was basically slaughtering a bunch of fucking farmers.
Yeah, she was flabbergasted and just stunned over it. They were just fucking farmers.
If I can, thinking about it though, because I was rewatching, if I can think of one complaint, it's just the fact that we, especially with, the change of heart for the other, members of Camilla's court, just out of the blue.
I thought it was explained well enough, but you're not
Well,
wrong.
I know, but it's just
kind of out of left field.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, all of a sudden, yeah, no, this isn't working. I felt like we should have had more time with that a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. I think some of the reason why some of that stuff felt rushed was because, well, Warren Ellis had to be let go.
So they were trying to get
last season.
They were trying to get everything kind of put together, like wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been nice, like maybe if anything, maybe like if they didn't let him go, have at least one more season where they're focusing on Camilla, and then go into the whole resurrection of Dracula thing.
Yeah.
Or if anything, like near the end of this season, they introduce, like, if anything, like to set up for season 5, they like show a glimpse of Death and how he's been. By the way, I'm still on the fence of like him, like everything starting with like Dracula basically going and on his revenge spree to avenge the death of his wife. I'm pretty sure Death was the one that orchestrated that.
I wouldn't put it past him,
because he said it as it is, because he considered Dracula his treasure, and that because of Dracula he could never go hungry.
If Dracula was to have gone through with what he was initially planning, yeah.
Well, I mean, he was already killing tons of people. And he completely.
1 sec.
But Yeah, he was a bit of an ass, Sage. What did you just send us, Sage? Seriously? Oh, Lord. But yeah, Death was a bit of an ass. He was a fun character for the short time that we had him. Oh no, I already clicked it, Sage. I'm not gonna share it on the stream. I already clicked it. It's weird. But
I'm back.
welcome back.
Sorry, there's a water bug loose in my room. And it has gotten to a spot I can't get to it. So, yay! But yeah, I mean, like, Death was hardly there in a manner of speaking, even though he was technically there throughout the entire freaking season.
True.
Ronnie of London. Or whatever the fuck he called himself.
Varney of London.
Whose stench can be smelt of.
Stench of what?
Whose stench can be. What the hell was it that Saint Germain said?
It was some ridiculous moniker where he's kind of addressing himself the same way as Darkwing Duck would.
Well, not just that, but I mean his smell, his odor could be smelt across a certain distance. I just couldn't remember the exact line or phrase, what have you. But
But
I wonder who's going to be the focus of the next set of seasons.
well, if anything, they may. I mean, with Sypha and Trevor having a child, it may just be the next line of Belmont.
True, which I believe will be Simon.
And who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if they set it up where Greta and freaking Alucard had a child too.
Quite possibly. It did almost feel like Greta was the TV series trying to pay some kind of homage to Sonia Belmont from Castlevania Legends, though I highly doubt that one.
But I'm gonna say this. You know, I kind of thought Greta to be a little bit interesting in this, and to an extent, especially when it came to what happened to Alucard in the third season, he needed to win. What they did to Alucard was really fucked up.
True.
Like that was just sad.
The thing is, Alucard technically never really gets a win per se in the games.
You know, it'd be really fucked up.
He's just the protector of humanity.
You know, it'd be really fucked up if the next series involving Castlevania involves the new threat, basically just completely trashing and destroying the village that they're building.
Could be. I mean, hell, some of the runes that we see on
Dracula's castle.
Dracula's castle, on the weaponry and whatnot, it brought to mind the runes that were used in the that were used by the Order of Ecclesia, a group that didn't show up until the Belmonts could no longer use the vampire killer.
Yeah.
And if memory serves, they were initially backed by Alucard, not knowing that the leader of it was a follower of Dracula. So,
Oh, by the way, hey, since we're talking about events, can we talk about the whole dagger thing? That
I'm still trying to figure out what that dagger was per se.
Oh, yeah, because I had to rewatch that episode, release the explanation, because Trevor, I guess, gives a brief explanation, and
yeah, when he comes back at the end,
and the way I kind of consider it is, it was in the same the way it's kind of set up.
Sacrificial dagger.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, it's basically like when Iron Man had the freaking Infinity Stones. As he explains it, I guess it was to be used in a suicide pact. Yeah,
with God, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, so he explains how the guards in Trudavishta were, I guess, collecting a variety of different items from the royal treasure room or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, noticing a few things, and that's how he was able to come across the dagger, or at least the pieces of the dagger, in order to, I guess, use it for future use.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and I thought it was odd that he was like grabbing bits and pieces of whatever this possibly was. And I was wondering if that was going to come at full circle.
At first, I thought he was just collecting various magical artifacts that were littered across the whole thing. But no, it was all just pieces of that one fucking dagger, except for the boomerang cross, which I found to be a badass depiction of it. Oh,
and I love the explanation where because he talks. I guess Sypha actually really asked a really interesting question. Like, what if it's when it comes down to the cross, what if it's a Hindu vampire? And apparently he tells her that the whole, it's not the cross.
If you shove something geometrically correct like this in their face, it confuses them.
Yeah. Which I'm like, okay. I mean, wouldn't that do that to anybody?
And then they just write off that explanation as him, instead of him basically pulling that out his ass. He's like, I forgot about all this, but seeing these things, it's making me remember. I'm just like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, true. And then, there was a lot. Isaac is probably one of the best parts of this season.
He had the most character growth, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He honestly was one of the best parts of this season.
I wasn't expecting him to forgive Hector. I was expecting them to actually have it follow the events of Curse of Darkness in a way.
I mean, at first, I think if anything, we should have seen it earlier, especially when
interpretation of it. As you were saying,
I was gonna say we should have realized it earlier, especially when he goes on. I guess when Varney, aka Death, tries to contact Isaac. Isaac is basically like, fuck off, I'm doing my own thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And tells Master Mirror to not have him contact him again.
That was great. It's like, oh right, Summer.
Yeah, sir, Mirror.
That was great.
Don't let him contact me again. He's like, you fucker. I thought that was awesome.
And that Russian vampire. I can't remember his name.
I liked him. I'm not gonna lie, I liked him.
One of his lines, it felt like they were making a callback to freaking the Viking vampire.
It's like
Trying to remember his name.
Well, I kind of felt like, oh gosh, Godbrand.
Godbrand, thank you.
Though I have a feeling with Godbrand, he was all talk, just like Varney. But like with Rocto, I think that's what his name was.
It's just like
I'm
a motherfucking vampire.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't just talk it. He fucking does it. When it came down to it, he is all out fucking carnage. Yeah.
Let's see. There's a lot that they can potentially cover for this series, man. Like the next one in the Belmont bloodline is actually Christopher Belmont from Castlevania: The Adventure.
Okay.
And its sequel, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, or whatever the heck it was called.
But I'm kind of one.
I wouldn't put it past them to do the story for Aria of Sorrow, because Adi Shankar has stated that is something he's always wanted to do.
Okay.
And that's following the main character, Summer Cruz, who, spoiler alert, is actually the reincarnation of Dracula, and he goes through all this stuff, finds out he actually is the reincarnation of Dracula, and goes about basically destroying chaos, or at least the incarnation of it, that basically tied Dracula to and his dark powers to the castle. Therefore, like, he still has the powers of domination that Dracula has, but they're going to be dormant, and he's no longer at risk of being consumed by evil.
Though to be fair though, I don't know how they would do that, considering, spoiler alert for the very end of Castlevania.
Well, Dracula technically doesn't die to where he can be reincarnated into Summer Cruz until an event that's never actually been talked about in any of the series. It's just been brought up an event called the War of '99, or whatever the heck it was called.
Well, like I said, at this second, because they set it up where, like, for the last scene of that season, we have Vlad Dracula Tepesh and his wife reborn, and brought back to Earth. So, by the way, and it sucks that it was wrapped up the way it was, because as much as I love the happy endings, there was just so many freaking happy endings.
Yeah, it felt the most out of left field than anything else in that.
With all the like freaking traumatic shit that we've had to deal with for last 3.
Mm-hmm. Everyone gets it. Striga and her girlfriend.
Hector doesn't get one.
That's.
I mean, partially yes, but
it's kind of a glass half empty, glass half full kind of situation concerning Hector. Isaac gets one.
Because Isaac basically took over Camilla's castle and wants to rebuild there. And heck,
he wants to go rebuild everywhere.
I mean, if anything, he wants to. I think he basically said he wanted to restart. Start building from scratch and start from there.
True.
Though, if he were to take over that area, they wouldn't have to worry about an army.
Mm-hmm. Like the ones that were most out of left field as far as happy endings go were Isaac. Let's see, Isaac, Dracula, and Lisa, and Alucard.
Yeah. Oh, and because they did a fake out with Trevor's death.
Mm-hmm. The game ended. Everyone was upset from the tension. Wait, what? I must be missing something. Oh, the first part of their message, Masao, didn't show up in the actual chat. It showed up in the StreamYard, but that's weird. Oh no.
Wait, what?
I am so sorry to hear that, Masao. We're talking about D&D.
Dang, I'm sorry.
One that could potentially take a while to go through is the story of Richter, like the Dracula X story, where it's basically Richter Belmont saving his girlfriend from Dracula and the Dark Priest Shaft, and eventually being possessed by the ghost of Shaft, which and bringing about the resurrection of Dracula. Again, which is the reason for the Belmonts not even being able to use the vampire killer in the first place.
You know what they should try? I mean, here's an idea. Why not? What's that one game where they have? It's like the introduction of Dracula, where he gained all of his abilities.
With Leon as the first Belmont to be fighting the creatures of darkness and whatnot.
Yes.
Lament of Innocence.
Why not do a prequel story where we see that animated?
Yeah. Have like a prequel season of sorts, a season 0 of sorts, to where it's showing some of the time spent between Leon and his dear friend
who became Dracula
during the Crusades, and as well as the shenanigans going on behind the scenes concerning the vampire who is the primary antagonist of the game.
Yeah. Which I gotta ask, does Dracula have, I mean, in the games, does he have a full name?
What, from before he became Dracula?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what's the name?
Walter Cronkfeist.
Well, no. Well, what I mean is, when it comes down to that Dracula, because we have with the Dracula we know.
Yeah, his name was Walter Cronkfeist.
Well, I was gonna say the Dracula we know is Vlad Dracula Tepesh, right?
Yeah, he takes on that name after.
So they got
the,
so that's the same name. So that's the same name that Walter uses.
No, he's just like, from here on, I will call myself this.
So he calls himself Vlad Dracula Tepesh.
If memory serves, yeah. Either that or it was stated in the epilogue narration.
That would be interesting to see.
Yeah. I mean, hell, it would be interesting to see, like, some of the stuff that happened concerning the man who helped create the vampire killer. And him leading up to the events leading up to him helping, eventually meeting and helping Leon.
Yeah.
Hell, I think it would be interesting to see them animate the storyline for the spin-off titles, Lords of Shadow.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
But all in all,
If they did that, it'll be hard to hear someone besides Patrick Stewart voicing Zobek.
all in all, I will say that from season 1 to season 4, it's been an interesting ride.
Yeah.
Kind of wish it was longer, but
well, Castlevania is not done. It's just Trevor and all them. They're done.
Yeah. Speaking of stories of things of story certain characters' stories being done. That's my segue for Resident Evil 8.
Okay.
So, oh gosh, because I'm still uploading my videos or my Let's Plays of it. Though you guys will probably see clips on TikTok, if anything, of what I'm posting. Man, that was an interesting game, and I will say it kind of was reminiscent to 4 in the regard of the village stuff, with like the crazed freaking not so much with 4, but with like the crazed villagers trying to kill you. Because the most you're going to see are the lichens, which I think we were talking about it, that at one point Resident Evil was supposed to be more supernatural.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4, one of the first concepts or ideas behind RE4 was making it supernatural, where Leon was dealing with supernatural forces.
And to a certain degree, I mean, they keep
which eventually led to Devil May Cry.
Which I will say, to an extent, they kind of keep to that sort of origin, where the main enemy you have to condone with is the lichens. The Lady Dimitrescu and her daughters are vampire-esque in nature, and they actually give especially when it comes down to the whole Resident Evil.
Are they cannibalistic, or do they just commit vampirism?
Okay, so I was looking up the as MJ suggested, I was just nonstop trying to look for different research notes and stuff like that. So Lady Dimitrescu, the reason they give for her mutation is why she needs to drink blood or eat flesh, is due to a blood degenerative disease.
Oh.
So that's why she constantly needs blood or new blood. As for the daughters, apparently there was an experimentation with insects, particularly botflies.
Oh God, they're associated with the botfly?
Yeah, so basically what happened was they grabbed the bodies of 3, I guess experimented with the bodies of 3 women, and the bodies were consumed and then reformed by the swarm of flies. So basically that's why in game they're surrounded by a ton of flies and are able to disappear and reappear, is because their body is made out of millions and millions of these flies. And a really interesting tidbit that is brought up, if you look really hard enough, is apparently botflies can't handle cold.
Yep.
So basically what ends up happening is, in the game, when you defeat each of the 3 daughters, there are moments where you're able to expose them to extreme cold. to help you kill them. And as for Lady Dimitrescu, there's a moment where it explains that she has rapid regenerative ability. So you shooting her or throwing down mines does absolutely nothing to her.
Good to know.
But they do mention that if her there's a note that if her regeneration was irregulated in any way, then it would cause her to mutate out of control. And there's actually it becomes more apparent when you uncover this dagger, which, looking at the notes, which I thought was, again, I got to give credit to MJ for telling me to do this, because you find out, like, after looking at finding some notes, you find out that there's a dagger in the castle that has been coated with a variety of different poisons.
Gee, that makes me think that it was placed there
To kill her.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you go to this guy.
Same for the note.
When you find the when you start the boss fight or initiate the boss fight, you find the dagger. Lady Dimitrescu grabs you and tries to cut you, and you proceed to stab her with that dagger, causing more likely not just excruciating pain, but her blood or whatever to become regulated, or at least her regenerative ability not being able to handle the different poisons. But anywho, hands down, probably the best bit had to be, although I will say, because apparently from last time I heard, the Lady Dimitrescu castle was based on an actual European castle. The best bit or section has to be the Donna Bellaviento segment. With the mutant demon baby fetus creature. And I love the explanations with a lot of these, because even though it seems like it's supernatural, it's
well, the size matters.
Well, the size matters. Even though it seems like they're going for the supernatural route, there's explanations for everything, because like there's a moment where we see with Donna Bellaviento. Apparently, with her mutation, she can cause hallucinations.
Oh, lovely.
So that's why we see the demon baby fetus creature that eats you. And by the way, if you pay close attention to what the baby says, it's saying things like calling out for its daddy or something like that. And if it eats you, it says yum.
Huh.
But a lot of people, I was looking at theories. A lot of people were thinking that this might be not just hallucination for Ethan, but an image that Donna Bellaviento was showing of possibly the monster that their daughter, or at least Ethan's daughter, could be.
Could be.
Which, to an extent, I can understand that theory. Though it's probably made more apparent, especially with a line that she says, or I guess a remark that she makes near the very end of the game. But then we got Moreau, who I guess is based off of literature, like Dr.
Yeah,
Moreau.
the island of Dr. Moreau.
His form was grotesque. But then again, I want to say, for some reason, it got me thinking of the Resident Evil 5 fish creature to some regard. You know what I
think
mean?
you've never heard of the island of Dr. Moreau.
I think I heard about it partially.
You more than likely heard about the movie that it was based on the book. That, or you might be thinking of the South Park version of Moreau. He was also a mad scientist, like in the books, but South Park's Dr. Moreau was obsessed with making creatures with 3 tits or 3 asses. It's just okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Dr. Moreau, isn't that where he creates? He has an island where he
human-animal
creates
hybrids.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Heck, if I remember correctly, when we're going to see Moreau, we get attacked by a creature that looks more animalistic than any of the other lichens.
Oh. Size Matter says he also looked like the host monster.
I'm trying to remember what that thing looks like. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, never mind. I think I know what you mean. Yeah, true. It does. Both severely grotesque. But then we got Heisenberg, aka Nicolas Cage. Which
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know because I'm trying to remember who voiced him, but I don't know what they were going for. But he sounds like Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Or at least when it comes down to how Nicolas Cage speaks in some of his films. Also, I will say that when it came down to him, I don't know why, because it brought up a question I had with like one of the previous Resident Evil, because when he communicates with you after killing Moreau, he calls you through a TV, and my immediate Heisenberg, and my immediate reaction is, wait a minute, how the fuck am I talking to this guy? It's a freaking square box TV. Where's the freaking remote? Where's the microphone?
Where's the microphone? Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck is he talking to me right now?
The microphone and camera.
I was gonna say, unless there's a camera I'm not seeing, which looking at, like I replayed that segment. I'm looking around. I'm like, there's no fucking camera. There's no way this guy's seeing me or hearing me.
The only other thing I could think of, possibly from what you're saying, is that he very well may have just put a recording up on the thing and was based what he said on what he thought how Ethan was going to react and say.
But he doesn't have that power, though.
Yeah.
He has, his power, I guess, due to the mutation, he has the power of magnetism.
Huh.
Which, by the way...
That would have come in useful during last night's stream, huh?
What?
Was it last night or the night before? It takes 2.
Oh, you're talking about for the last bit.
Yes. I was being a smartass.
Oh, I thought you were going to be a smartass about the whole tower thing.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't watching. I was only listening.
I hate that fucking tower. But after... And by the way, I called it. I fucking called it, because when they have Chris kind of offloading some information about Mia, or Mia being Miranda, I fucking called it. as well as to an extent other stuff that happened. And I got to the point like in disbelief. I was in such disbelief of them kind of retconning something about Ethan. I was just like, bullshit. There's no fucking way.
What'd they retcon?
So apparently, so since we're kind of in the spoiler section, and we'll again, I'm still uploading my videos. So after killing Heisenberg, Mother Miranda shows up, taking on every single form that she's had. That being of Mia, the old lady, which I called that, saying that it was Mother Miranda. And she pulled a Evelyn, where she's, to an extent, around for a couple of times as the old lady, to a variety of other things. But she kills Ethan. And we have this segment of after Ethan's death, we have a segment of playing Call of Duty with Chris Redfield.
Huh.
The one time we get to play as Chris, and it's like a Resident Evil, it's like a Call of Duty Zombies. I think I made that joke too. I'm like, oh hey, this game turned into Call of Duty Zombies.
So, speaking of Evelyn and whatnot, you remember the mechanic? Can't remember his name. From 7.
The mechanic.
The asshole. Who booby-trapped his the attic, the way to the attic and all that other stuff?
Yeah, Lucas.
Lucas, thank you. Did you find the notes and whatnot stating that that Miranda was the one that was helping him?
So it doesn't say by name who was helping him, but there was somebody helping him.
Yeah, I think there were some notes, basically in 8 that was denoting that.
Yeah.
Ooh, good question, Size Matters. They asked, was she the Duke too?
I don't think so, because the Duke takes us to near the very end of the game. The Duke takes us to the ritual site where, okay, so the reason, so for the premise of the game is Ethan's trying to save his daughter. After killing Lady Dimitrescu, he comes across the flask that holds a piece of his baby.
Yeah, Lady Miranda, she was one of the major people behind the E-virus.
So a lot of people right now are suspecting that apparently there was supposed to be a 5th Lord, and the 5th Lord is the Duke.
Yeah.
So I don't think Miranda is the Duke. If anything, the Duke was like another Lord that has been present or part of the everything that's been going on with the town.
I mean, if Capcom really wanted to, seeing as they kind of scrapped the idea of him being a Duke, they could kind of retcon it into saying that the Duke was Miranda.
I don't think so.
They pulled dumber shit.
Here's something else too, is because you see the Duke. I mean, because the entire time, like near the last act, they mention how the Mother Miranda is at the ritual site to bring back her daughter. Because the reason that they kidnapped the daughter to begin with. Mm-hmm. Was so that way Mother Miranda could bring back her child who died of the Spanish flu. And apparently Mother Miranda has been around for centuries.
Oh.
And has been able to live for quite a long time due to the the megalomycete.
The what?
it's this thing that's been under the village for almost, I guess, for God knows how long.
Oh, so something akin to the flowers that the progenitor virus was based on.
Yes, exactly. But and this is
she did work with the guy with one of the people who came up with the progenitor virus, with Spencer, by the way.
Spencer. And
no, she didn't work with Spencer. She worked with one of his.
She worked with Spencer.
She primarily worked with one of his staff members who found the flowers with him.
No, okay. So as it's described, to an extent,
they created the council together, or whatever the hell they called themselves.
To an extent, they kind of exchanged notes to some degree. And Spencer, but this is how Umbrella came to be, because Spencer actually stayed at the village, or the castle for that matter.
No, that wasn't Spencer. That was his
it was Spencer. It was Spencer. The note, looking at the notes, it's Spencer that stayed at the. And that's how he came up with the logo for Umbrella, because that the origin of that symbol came from the village.
Oh.
But yeah, so while Spencer went with Umbrella to experiment with the progenitor virus, we have Mother Miranda, who this entire time has been working and experimenting with the megamycete and perfecting the mold. In fact, to an extent, the reason that Evelyn was born was to try to make a perfect host body for Ava, Mother Miranda's child. Because apparently her consciousness, I guess her essence or her consciousness was stored in the megamycete somehow. So this entire time, Mother Miranda has been trying to create the perfect host for the megamycete to bring back her daughter. And since, to some regard, Rose, or Ethan's daughter, is born from the mold and doesn't have the same defects as Evelyn, Mother Miranda chose Rose as the perfect host body for her baby.
Here we go. This is what I was thinking of. I'm sorry for being wrong on that. Thanks for the correction. She worked with Brandon Bailey, who found the flower with Spencer.
Yep.
And created connections with him before Brandon Bailey died.
Yep.
And they're the ones who contacted Lucas after he found Evelyn. Because the connections were behind the creation of Evelyn. And Mia was unintentionally working for the connections.
Yep.
So yay! Lots of stuff connecting the entire series together. It's just holy shit.
Yeah, it's a.
It's quite the rabbit hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Still find it funny that the core concepts behind the core scrap concepts that they were initially planning on for Resident Evil 4 became two different, somewhat popular series: Devil May Cry and Onimusha.
Yeah. Oh, but continuing the story briefly. So,
Okay.
Chris after finding the Megamycete and planting a bomb in it, finds Mother Miranda's lab, and also Mia, who is not dead. And I kind of, to some extent, I kind of felt bad for her, though, and because this is like the second time that she's been kidnapped. But
yeah,
though I wouldn't be surprised if she knew who Mother Miranda was.
I wouldn't either.
Like the time she gets kidnapped, like realizing who she was.
She may have recognized the voice,
or if anything, like worked closely with her.
Mm-hmm.
But as they're about to leave, Chris kind of makes mention that Ethan is probably dead, but she kind of, and the entire time, which irritates me because they were setting it up like, oh, there might be something wrong with Ethan. She finally kind of spills the beans on what is going on with Ethan. Turns out
he's been there the entire time.
Oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, we get a quick cameo from Evelyn, whose consciousness still who's I can only imagine how much that would suck.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that the little girl that you had to unfortunately have to kill is stuck inside your head. That's freaking oh gosh.
There's bound to be some freaking comics making fun of that, having Ethan just arguing with himself. Who are you arguing with?
Oh,
don't worry about it.
No, that's Kami and Nail bullshit.
This game happens when you put RE4, Underworld, and Van Helsing mashed into a blender.
Huh. By the way, speaking of that, since I made that reference, I if you watch the Dragon shorts, probably one of the funniest moment is in the Vegeta episode where Vegeta's trying to get Piccolo to fight him. And I was talking about Dragon Ball Z Abridged for Team 4-Star. But you have this moment where Piccolo looks up and he's talking to himself, and it's a conversation between him, Kami, and Nail. And it's like, I always wondered, like, what does that look like with, people like on the outside? And we get to see a little bit of that.
Is that the Namekian? Is he stronger than me? I'll fucking kill him.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's like, wait, is that me? Is that me stronger than me? I'll fucking kill me. Oh, but no, like, yeah, talking about the Vegeta Dragon short. Vegeta, what are you doing? Who just broke Rule 6?
What?
You haven't seen the Dragon shorts?
No, I haven't watched Team 4-Star since since the video where they stated with a heavy heart that they were done with DBZ Abridged.
Well, for DBZ Abridged, yes, but they're still. I mean, they haven't done anything recent. What they've been doing, like at least the last couple times, was done. What was it?
No, I haven't even watched the final
anime in so many minutes videos, as well as they did the Dragon shorts, where it's all anime. They animate everything with I don't know.
It looks like Source Filmmaker. It really does. I've tried watching an episode and I was just like, I can't.
That's what I was thinking. It might be Source Filmmaker or like maybe Blender.
Could be Blender. Actually makes a lot more sense in Source Filmmaker concerning some of the animations.
And plus, like some of it, I mean, one of them, I will say that one of them was at the Home for Infinite Losers or Hiffle episode. Mm-hmm. That one was in Source Filmmaker, and I know that because it was animated by Devil Artemis. That one was.
Hell, I still, to this day, have yet to watch the final season / movie of Final Fantasy VII Machine Abridged. So
It's all right. It was all right. Like I said, they've been doing other stuff where it's like, what was it? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle Tendency in 11 minutes, where it's like, it's not like animated in like, usual animation. It's more of you stills in a sort of like
visual novel style.
Yeah, to an extent.
Okay.
In fact, hold on. I kind of want to show part of one, but I feel like I might get in trouble. Hold on.
Yeah, it might be best if you didn't, just in case. But it hasn't stopped us before.
Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna show it. Like at least maybe the first minute or so.
Okay.
Or at least. Trying to get it set up. Okay.
I'm George Dosar. Take out my sweet-ass carriage, horses. God damn it, horses, you fucked it up. Dumb fucking horses.
Obey, I'm down.
So yeah, it's like stills, but with them and their comedic genius.
Dio Brando, and this is my son, Dio Brando, and we're looting your corpse.
Tough luck, fucko, I'm still alive.
Then raise my son.
Over your dead body.
I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Wait, what did that say? Hold on.
What are you going to do? Poison me?
Last words. I didn't see that the first time I watched this.
One and only 12-year-old son.
Yes, father. My one and only
Jesus
father.
Christ.
You've got a brother
I
now.
forgot about
Oh,
that.
smashing!
Sup, cunts.
He's a good boy.
Hello.
Okay, I've
You
seen
can be
part of
friends,
this.
I'm going
I-
to poison your father.
But he's my one and only father.
What was that?
Jonathan,
Oh, Lord.
Like, some of the humor is pretty good concerning this, but in my opinion, it's more hit or miss lately, and I can't bear to watch their stuff anymore. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I watch it on and off. Mostly people's reactions of it. More so. Like I watch, I've been watching Kagi's reactions to some of their shit.
Okay.
But
Ugh.
if they made another Dragon short, I probably would watch it.
Probably have yet to
recent-
come up with anything that they feel is worth animating yet. So
I recently,
it could just be a matter of time.
actually, strangely enough, I just started watching some videos from Braden Rogers.
Who?
Braden Rogers. He's the guy that plays Blitz and Hell of a Boss.
Litz, you said?
Yep, Blitz.
Blitz. The boss?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was I was talking to MJ about this because it was odd because I'm gonna say his some of his content, some of Brandon Rogers' content is over the top when it comes down to its humor. And it got me thinking of something that especially when it comes down to criticizing, another creator's comedy, which was Onision. Which got me started making me think. It's interesting that I've been watching some of Brand Rogers shit, and I actually find it funny. But looking at Onision shit, I never got to, understand his stuff. But then I started thinking, oh wait, that's probably because Onision is a piece of shit, and he thinks that the only thing that is comedic is death, rape, and
and
bodily
all
harm.
the edge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll repeat what I said back when I first joined the group. When Magi first showed me the I'm a banana video, I was just like, I don't care.
It's
This
stupid.
is annoying. This is stupid. And I'm getting a bad feeling about this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when I first saw that, I think somebody said, "Oh, it's a good song." Like, it's him just singing screaming I'm a banana fucking for 4 minutes.
The only thing even remotely good about that song was the basic beat.
I don't know. I mean, even then, a lot of his music is shit.
Let's be honest here, though. That song came out around the same time as that video, that video / song that MJ showed us called Shoes. So I mean, it fit and worked for its time. I won't deny that. But at the same time, I was just like, no. You know?
Yeah.
Put it in the fire where it belongs.
Yep.
If that tone had been something different, potentially that would have been potentially hilarious with the timing of it.
Wait, I wanted to show this for a second because I thought it was hilarious.
Uh-oh.
Just show bits and pieces of it. So this is audio from Brad and Rogers videos, but animated to with stills for Hell of a Boss that somebody posted.
Okay.
Hello, bitch.
Hi.
You should be admiring my shoes. They're good?
It happened last night around 3 a.m. I woke up and I just couldn't move my perfect body.
Welcome to paraplegia, stupid.
Who are you?
Your worst nightmare, bitch.
Oh, you smell like cigarettes.
No, I don't.
And then I got to skip a little bit because some of it might not be friendly.
Could have fooled me.
Oh, to an extent. I'm going to try to have some standards.
I hear you suffer from OCD.
Yeah, what's the big whoop?
Well, that means I can scare you with this.
That is the least scary thing I've ever seen.
Ah-ha.
Stop! I'll make better content! He's a jerk. And his horns are asymmetrical.
Okay, Death the Kid, shut the fuck up.
Wait, what?
Making a reference to Soul Eater. There's a character in that called Death the Kid because he is the kid. He's the son of Death, and he is extremely OCD about symmetry. Things have to be symmetrical.
Yeah, some of his comedy has been actually kind of funny.
Well, that's good.
There's one in particular that I was thinking about showing, but decided not to. Where it's like, it's another animated thing, how do I describe this whole setup? Where this lady calls her friend, who is cheating with the friend's husband, and after a situation where telling the friend, or at least
Talking about episode 1 or 2
of Hello Boss.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about one of Brad and Rogers
okay.
videos.
My bad.
Where they use again in an animated style, do kind of like the same thing with some of the audio of his video. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a really weird video. But anyhow.
Oh man.
I've been kind of wondering what, speaking of, videos and stuff, I've been kind of wondering when, if Team 4 Star was going to do another parody.
That's a good question. Question is, what would they abridge next? Because abridging, as they and many other bridging groups have stated, it's hard to properly abridge something because of copyright issues.
Yeah. That would be really difficult.
What would you want to see them do?
Oh, gosh. That's a tough one. What have I seen recently? I'm trying to think of something. You know what? Do an old anime. Like maybe Outlaw Star or something. That'd be funny. Or actually, I was just about to say Cowboy Bebop, but I don't know how that would work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Plus, both those shows are good. Actually, now that I think about it, I was going to say One Punch Man, but they kind of poke holes at their own logic. You know what I mean? Anyway. Speaking of TV shows, did you see have you watched Adventure Time before?
No, I have yet to watch it.
Because apparently they released the next installment of Distant Lands, and I don't know.
Lands?
Yeah, so I guess this is a kind of a series of episodes or kind of small segments that they released after the finale of Adventure Time. And with this one in particular, what's really odd is apparently Phayn, the human, has died. Or has finally died. And I guess the thing that they explain in, for at least if somebody's watched Adventure Time, correct me if I'm wrong. But apparently, Phayn is kind of like an individual who gets reincarnated to a different form after he dies, and that this wasn't his first form, apparently, as Phayn the human. So
seriously?
Yeah, he reincarnates.
Oh, for crying out loud.
So I guess as they set it up, first he was like a butterfly, then he was another person in another time, then another person, and as they progress, he's been, I guess, around for like a variety of different lives. But anywho, so he dies, and he eventually goes to try to find Jake, the dog. And that's all. That's the whole setup, because apparently before Jake died, or before Finn died, Jake died. And I think a lot of people were speculating, because at the one of the earlier episodes, we see Finn as an adult male with a tattoo of Jake on his chest. So people were speculating that Jake might have been, had died. So what ends up happening is Finn's trying to find Jake, meets Death, and just chaos ensues, where they're able to once again kind of save everyone from the Lich, for how many times they have to fucking fight that guy. And Jake, or Finn, is set off once again to get reincarnated with his best friend Jake. That's basically the whole synopsis of the whole entire episode. But
Wait, that's just one episode.
no, for the Distance Land episode with this one,
Oh.
or this story, that's the entire whole thing. And I think this was like an hour long, I think. Like an hour long special. I gotta double check, but I think that's what it was.
Okay. Sorry if I sound far away. That thing is showing up again.
Oh shit. Yeah. But anywho, so yeah. Before, because I was about to say to suggest that we call it. There was actually some, because I remember that other piece of drama that was happening.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Tipster made a video about this 4 days ago, and that apparently, a guy by the name of, or at least the channel name, John the Kid, or King, did a documentary about 2 years ago on an individual by the name of Low Tier God. And I guess the documentary itself wasn't hate filled. It wasn't there to fully criticize the guy at all, but more so to just document the, how this guy has gone through his channel, as well as, how he's, gained the notoriety that he has today. And I guess the Low Tier God guy did not like that, and proceeded to harass, bully, and dox this guy for nearly 2 years.
What the fuck?
Oh no! Well, so recently, the John the King has made a video announcing a second installment to his documentary. But not only that, but also with this documentary addressing the harassing behavior that Low Tier God has committed to. Yeah, I might subscribe and then put on notifications for it, so in case it shows up, I'm actually kind of curious about it. I still need to watch the first one, but and by the way, I'm just commenting on what Tipster was talking about. Because honestly, I think it's ridiculous that the guy was going on harassing this dude to begin with. If the documentary was as innocent as it was claimed to be. But anywho. So, anything else you want to talk about?
I can't think of anything.
All right. You want to call it?
I'm fine with calling it.
All right. So, because I think we've been recording for almost 2 hours, close to it. But anywho, with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate it, especially for those who are probably gonna watch the VOD. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow some social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob and Aden signing off. Have a good one and take care. Peace.
See ya.